All right, hello. Hopefully you were able to watch your other lesson video. This is your second video that's going to walk you through your assignment, which looks like this. So for this assignment, if you are a virtual learner, you have two different options. You can go to the website that is linked here, whatsmygps.com, or if you have the Google Earth app on your iPad, or somebody at home can download that app to their phone or a different device, Google Earth would be the best option here. But if you don't have Google Earth, that is okay. You can use the link right there. If you are an in-person student, your teacher will most likely be going through this with you using Google Earth. All right, so let's take a look at what we're doing today. So on one side of this page we have locations, and on the other side of this page we have longitude and latitude coordinates. So what you're going to do is either go into your Google Earth app or do whatsmygps.com. I will show you an example of how to do both. So I'm going to first click on that link. Right from that page, it will open it up for me in Safari. This is the website that you are looking for. And here is where we will put in our items that we're searching for. One cool feature that I did see, you can actually drag your screen up at the bottom. And if I grab Notability and open it over here, my paper is now going to be on the side as I work through. So you can do it this way, or you can write it down on a piece of paper and then go back and fill it in. So I'm going to use it this way. How we're going to use this is you're going to start with your first item, which is your location. So you're going to click on this down arrow right here that says search by address. Go ahead and click on that. And then you can look up the address. So for example, I will just put Saginaw, Michigan. If you want to just do Saginaw, that's fine. If you want to do your school's location, if you want to do your home address, any of those are fine. So I'm going to say find this location. My map's going to take me to that location. And then on the side here, you can see that my degrees for latitude and longitude are going to show up on my side here. Lots of numbers here. Only a few things I want you to focus on. This top part, I don't want you to focus on. I want you to look at this longitude and latitude down here. And you are only looking at your first number, always, this first number. These other numbers are important, but for our case, we're not going to go into that much detail. We're just going to use these rounded numbers right here. So for our first one, we would say it is 43, and I'm going to write that on my paper. 43 degrees, remember that circle stands for degrees, north. And I'm just going to write an N because you can see that N right there is bubbled in. So 43 degrees north, comma, 83, I need to move over, 83 degrees west. So I only took those first two numbers here, and then I knew it was north and west based on that. So that would be 1. Then I would go in and do my next one. This one's fun. Cinderella Castle. Let's see where it takes me. I'm going to Disney World, it looks like. So if I zoom in even more, it will show me where I am at in Disney World, which is pretty cool. You can play around with that if you would like to. Zoom in, see if I can keep zooming me out. That's where I want to go. So zooming it in there to find my location. And this is Disney. So then I can, again, scroll down here, look at my coordinates. I'm only looking at my first two numbers. So it would be 28 north, because I have 28 and an N, and then 81 west. So I would write that on my paper here. So 28 degrees north, don't forget that degree sign, and 81 degrees west. So that is one example of how to use that on the website on here. Otherwise, the other option is to use Google Earth. I am a huge fan of Google Earth. I think the quality is much better than the other website I have provided. But again, if that's your only option, that is fine too. So whichever one you have access to is completely fine. If I wanted to use Google Earth, I could do the same thing. I could pull my Notability along the side. And what's really cool about Google Earth, actually I'm going to slide that down for a second, or slide it up. I'm going to get rid of that. So I want to show you guys something. If you click on these three lines over here, and you click on Map Style, that's what I want you to click on. When you're on here, I want you to click this switch. Turn on grid lines. Watch what happens when I turn it off. My lines go away. My latitude and longitude lines go away. I want that on so I can see all of my latitude and longitude lines. I think that's pretty cool. If I zoom out, you will be able to see all those lines on our Earth. It is so cool seeing those lines of longitude and latitude. And look at that. I even have the prime meridian, this line that goes up and down, and then my equator goes across my Earth. So really, guys, this is so cool. If you get to check this out, I would love you to be able to access Google Earth. All right, let me throw my Notability back up here and see what else we're looking at. So for this one, now I'm looking for Kings Island. That is an amusement park, if you did not know that. It's pretty fun. I've been there one time. Let's go and see where our coordinates are going to be. Kings Island, and this is pretty cool because it's going to show me it a little bit in 3D almost. So that's fun. You can see some roller coasters there. Wow. And then where I'm going to find my coordinates is at the very bottom here. That is where I will find my coordinates. And again, we're only using that first number. So only using that first number there, which if you can see, it's a 39. So I'm going to zoom in and write 39 degrees. And my first letter is an N, so it's north, comma. I'm going to come look at where my other degree sign, remember that little circle? 84, so that means it's 84 degrees. 84 degrees west. That would be my coordinate for Kings Island. So you will be in charge of finishing the rest of this, finding these locations. Remember, you have two options to search for your locations here. If you have any questions, please reach out, and then do not forget to turn this into Schoology. Good luck!